knew what was going to happen next with him.
Great. And it seems like with your singer, Jurjen,
Yeah,
uh, I know, it's not sometimes the simplistic music, to be honest, and
yeah.
really it's very
In basis,
simple,
yes.
very basic music, but
Yeah,
it makes Vortex also like headbanging and catchy and like great open the gate,
yeah,
it's not difficult, but the simplistic and the catchiness and the raw and the
yeah,
it's raw, it's simple, it's catchy, it's just headbanging music, and the singer is not Bruce Dickinson or whatever, or Rob
no,
Halford, but the,
unfortunately.
but it makes Vortex, and that's what
Yeah,
I like. It has this raw and this primitive vibe, but especially in countries like Germany, they love stuff like this.
yeah. It's really old school rock and roll.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. I like Vortex. I have the record, so
Oh, cool. I have them too.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the
it's
original ones. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, it's like an A chord that cracks your ribs, and
yeah,
just lyrics you can sing along easily. And
yeah.
that's what I did right all the years. Trying
Hammer of
to
the North.
yeah try to make catchy lyrics,
Yeah.
so everybody could simply understand them and sing along very easily, like you did with Open Gate just now.
What you have to do, you have to mix Vortex with Maestro. But you have I'm always honest, Orion,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you something. I love both bands,
yeah,
but you have on the 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 weak point of Maestro is that it musically very good, but you have not the catchiness like Burns, like Journey or your Speedwagon and has. That makes that it's great music, it's melodic, it's great, but these in this style is band like Journey or
mhm,
melodic stuff. They
yeah,
have also like very catchy, and with Vortex it's very simple, but it's very catchy.
yes,
And
yeah,
if you if the songs of Maestro, I think if the songs of Maestro have a better, uh, it's not. It's sorry that It's very stupid. Maybe I tell you this, but I think a song makes a good song is not only the quality, because the quality in Iloa, for example, or Maestro is maybe there's a lot of quality, but it's not so easy. It's not so easy in you call it in the remindable, not so catchy.
yeah,
And Vortex is very simple and very basic and primitive,
yeah,
but it is so catchy that people love it.
yeah,
And I
yeah. I
think,
understand.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I, I
Is it
let you in
stupid that
on.
is
I
it
let you
stupid
in
that
on
I
a little
tell you?
secret.
Yeah.
Vortex recorded two Maestro songs,
Uh huh.
and they are released on record years ago. Yeah, I can tell you about this if you want to hear it.
Yeah, of course.
Macho used to have a hard rock and heavy metal magazine. My
Yeah.
phone is ringing.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Fury.
It's, yes, it was called Fury,
Fury.
Fury,
Yeah.
and it absorbed all his time in his spare time. And well, we were planning to record a new Vortex record, and the
Mhm.
studio was already booked months in advance. And some time before we would go to the studio, Macho rang me up and he says to me, "Do you have still one or two songs lying about you're not using at the moment?"
Yeah.
I said, "Sure, but why?" I said, "No, well, he told me um, we don't have enough songs for the new Vortex record."
Really?
Yeah, and I don't have time to write more songs because
Okay.
my hands are tied with the Fury magazine. I have to I have to catch my deadlines and stuff like that. So I told him, sure, I'll send you some tracks, MP3 tracks, and you'll
Uh
have a listen. So I think I sent him 12 songs or something, and there were two songs he wanted to record,
yeah.
and those are Maestro songs.
But they played in a different way.
Hardly.
Yeah, hardly. Yeah, more
No, it's
heavy.
not that different. Not so different at all.
Which
But a
songs
little
are it?
louder, maybe.
Can you tell me the titles?
Yeah, sure. They're both on the album Hammer of the North.
Great EP.
Yeah, the Hammer of the North is
It's
from
an
back.
EP, yeah.
No, it's an album. Yeah, no, it's an album. It's a full album.
How many tracks are on it? I have it here, but
No, there is an EP on it too. That's the thing. It's called The Mill.
That's
It's
it.
also
Yeah.
it's also on the album.
Also, yeah. I have the final, the EP final from the Mill.
Yeah, that's exactly. Hammer of the North, The Mill was included on the record.
Yeah,
on the
that's what
CD
make a
at
little
least.
bit confused.
Yeah, the song, the Maestro songs we recorded back then were called "Rise, Shine, and Fall." Yes, it's a Maestro song. We still play it. And the other song is "Where Is My Gun."
I will listen to them later.
Yeah. But Jurjen Tichelaar told me from I want to do my own lyrics and my own singing for this song. So we changed the original title. We changed the original lyrics.
Yeah.
The original title for this song is called Black Bishop, and it's about a chess game. It's about a game of chess, and we still play it with Maestro with the original lyrics but it's on the Vortex record under the title "Where's My Gun."
Okay.
So 2 songs, "Rise, Shine, and Fall" is the first song, and the other one is "Where's My Gun." But they're basically Maestro songs. Not many people know this.
No, but
did I do now?
Did I say something wrong if I say maybe it's I don't want to be looked bad, but with Vortex I say what I hear, and Vortex is simple, basic, raw, and primitive, but very catchy, very very great to listen. I love it. You go start headbanging on the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's what I think about. But I think it's with more bands like Future Tense and stuff like stuff like all these kind of bands. Also, Vanilla Road can be very strange, but it's also very complex, of course.
Yeah.
But music, but with AOR, I'm a big AOR freak as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Great.
Yeah, I love
Me
it.
too.
Yeah, very big. I went 5 times to Firefest in England.
Cool.
Yeah, to see Boulevard and Star Shooter and Danger in the original lineup.
Wow, great.
I saw Alien from Sweden 3 times. Hardline. I love a lot.
Yeah, I love Hardline too.
Yeah, I love this bands. My favorite AOR bands are, of course, Journey, Aria, Speedwagon, and stuff like this. But I also love Stambush and yeah. But this is this whole thing about I like more AOR than progressive stuff. To be honest, I'm more into the melodic AOR, American AOR, which is in soundtracks and the soundtrack music, for example.
Nice. Yeah,
I love it. But progressive is more like complex and it's less catchy and less.
Progressive music is definitely less catchy.
And less commercial.
Yeah.
But about AOR, I think it's these bands. One thing an AOR band always needs is a great singer. And when I'm very curious about your new singer because I saw the differences in the albums between the singers, and a good singer can break or make your band.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, unfortunately, I would say.
The last singer was pretty good.
Yeah, that was my friend from Venlo, Sean Kuipers.
Yeah, Sean Kuipers. Yeah, he's also in that English band, Praying Mantis.
Praying Mantis, yes, he is.
It's a great. That's a great singer, but that's what I mean.
But he's also a nice guy. That's
Yeah,
important
I
to
met
me.
him a few times too. I
Yeah,
like him, yeah. But
yeah,
Praying Mantis, yeah. And then I don't say which singers from Maestro I like more or less, but that's something I keep for myself
yep.
and for the listeners.
Mhm.
But it's something with AOR that the singer and the song structures are making a great. That's for me. It's how yeah, you know what I mean. I don't have to explain you as a musician,
No, 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 no. I understand. Of course. Yeah.
and that's what we talk about in the beginning about in before the camera about you have
Yeah.
to see things in context in
Yeah.
contact. You you as a progressive and AOR minded guitar player,
Yeah.
you would think, oh, what's he doing at Vortex? It's so simple and primitive music, but it also has this in its own way. Vortex has something no other band has in the Netherlands.
Yeah. We had quite a unique setup, Marcho and Nick together as
Yeah,
guitarists. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's very stupid how I tell you this, but it's not negative meant. It's just meant I see it and how I see music, and maybe
Yeah.
it's very stupid to how I tell you this, but
Mm.
I think you understand my vision or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand your view. Well, yeah. Of course. Of course. Um, I've been to many heavy metal festivals simply
Yeah,
because I had to play there,
yeah,
and sometimes I was very bored because all the metal bands are only playing power chords,
yeah. That's yeah. We
and
talked
it's
about it.
not interesting to me. I think if you only play power chords, it gets boring very quickly. At
Yeah,
least for me, I'm speaking for myself now. It goes
mhm.
the same for the double bass drum songs. The double bass starts at the beginning and ends at the end of the song. The effect is gone.
Yeah,
And I see and hear these things many times, but of course it's a matter of taste and
yeah,
choices people make in their music. But of course, I see things I very much like, and I also see things in bands which I don't like. And it's natural, of course. But I always try to be. I always at least try to be original, which
yeah,
is of course impossible.
yeah,
But everything is done already 100-fold times.
yeah,
But anyway, I try to be original, and I try to give the basic chords a twist so that it sounds a little bit different.
yeah,
I use some other notes other people do, and it's hard sometimes, especially when the music is very basic.
yeah. And
It's
that's what I
easily you
mean.
can
Yeah,
easily overdo it.
it's the same with bands like Deep Purple or Rainbow. A lot of people, very funny also with these 70s bands. Uh, they have this. They are very bombastic, very
Yeah,
heavy, bombastic,
yeah,
and the people, the songs were in the hit parade were mostly the more like shitty, actually the shitty, the less good songs. But
yeah.
that's not because the people, the normal people, the normal regular people in Groningen, Tilburg, whatever, anywhere in the world, they don't like this complexity and this drum solos all the time, and they
No,
just like to hear,
keep it plain and simple.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I think sometimes people say, "Oh, you like this or that." I said, "Yeah, but uh, it's something with music is that how difficult you more difficult you make music, how less
appealing.
interested. Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of people will say, "Oh, it's too much for me."
yeah,
And
yeah,
sometimes, and that was with the Vortex. They keep it simple, and that's what it makes them great.
yeah.
And with progressive music, it's something. And with Deep Purple too, my friend, he go crazy when they play drum solos from a half hour. But a lot of people don't get it. Don't get that.
No, no, no. That's very personal. Everybody thinks differently about that.
Yeah, but I think we
But
are
I
on the same
understand it
level.
when
Yeah,
people don't
yeah,
like it.
yeah. And but you also, for another question, you also seems you run a company who made buttons, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. We in English it's called pinback buttons.
Okay.
In Dutch, a button is of course it's a knoop,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's why it's a pinback button company. It's well, it really it started as a hobby because I'm in bands.
Yeah.
My wife Sandra told me it would be nice if you had buttons, pinback buttons for your band.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And
Yeah.
I said, yeah, you are right. So I at some time I ordered buttons. And well, if you look at a button, everybody can do it if you have the right stuff in your house. You need a machine and parts.
I have
Well,
here one button. Bas,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You
cool.
know, yeah, you know Bas?
Yeah, I know, Bas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No,
yeah,
hey Bas, kijk.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got it. He gave it to me.
I
But
didn't
yeah,
make that
that's
one. He does that
no,
himself, I think.
yeah, he makes merchandise too. I know
Yeah,
that.
I know, I know.
He gave me this one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
makes pins and patches and stuff.
Yeah.
I know, but we only do pinback buttons. But I one day I just bought a machine to make buttons and started making them. And we now have a little small online company.
Okay, cool. A
It's
lot of
called
bands
Test
order from
Buttons.
you?
Sorry?
A lot of bands order buttons for their band at you?
No, not really. It's all
Oh,
kinds of stuff. No, political parties order
really?
buttons.
Political
Yeah,
parties?
yeah, yeah,
Also,
yeah.
also the one you don't like.
Of course, of course.
Okay.
No, but also when people get married, they want
Yeah.
as or for a birthday. If somebody turns 100 years old, for example, we had that already,
Oh wow.
or for just an event,
Oh, nice.
simply for events. In Groningen, we have this annual event. It's called Noorderzon.
Yeah.
It's a festival for theater, and they sometimes order lots of buttons. We also did buttons for the Mood Foundation, is with the ladybug on it. It's Dutch. It's Dutch. We made keep your distance buttons when COVID did this entry. We made thousands of those buttons just for a company who resells them to people to wear them from keep your distance.
Oh.
And the most strange things, yeah, the last buttons we made were last week for Bernard Rieve from Set Iron.
Oh, whoa.
From,
Also a nice guy.
Yeah, thrash metal band from the north of North
Now we're
Holland.
talking about strange bands. It also said Iron is also this kind of band. Sorry to like
Yeah, that's right.
very like chaotic, but his guitar riffs are very good. He's a very good guitar player.
He's very
Bernard.
good, yeah.
Yeah, but it's also a very chaotic band, said Iron. I love it, but it's very chaotic as well.
You mean chaotic music?
Chaotic music, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
Well,
I like said Iron. I have all the records here.
yeah.
But that we talked about Future Tense. Now, well, Vortex, said Iron, Raw. You know that, and it actually this raw heavy metal.
Yeah.
Was more in the north of the Netherlands than in our district. In our district, we had more like Vengeance and Sinatra and you know, the more like melodic stuff. Also bands. But in the north, there was the heavy stuff going on, right?
I used to play in Vengeance for a little while.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
But I had to go to from Groningen to Waalwijk.
Yeah.
Nearby where you live.
Yeah.
And had to go back the same day, and it was too much for me.
You liked it to play in
traveling
Vengeance?
was too far every time.
You liked it to play in Vengeance?
Yeah, sure. That's my kind of music. Yeah.
I like. How many gigs do you played with them?
Not much. Gigs?
Yeah.
I didn't do gigs with Vengeance.
Ah, okay.
No. What we did though, I very much like Leon Gouwis singing.
He's great, huh?
He's a great singer.
Yeah.
I didn't gig with Vengeance, but we tried some of my songs because they
Yeah.
wanted to record a new album, and we did some of my songs. And but I quit because of some other reasons too.
Yeah.
Um, I don't want to be negative, but there happened some things I didn't like within that band, and I don't want to go into details. But the distance was also a very
Yeah.
great reason for me to quit. I was invited to join them.
Yeah.
They rang me up and are you interested in joining Vengeance? I said sure. I love Vengeance music and I can play all that stuff. I even sound like that if I want to.
That was a
Um,
great band in the 80s
yeah, they were
and
really great
90s.
in the
Yeah.
80s. Yeah, I saw them many times live. So that was kind of weird because I saw them live many times. But wow, it was a nice experiment. Anyway, it was nice to work with with a great singer like Leon Gouy. It was
Yeah.
very nice. I really love his voice very much. He has an hysterical edge to his singing. I like that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Vengeance hometown here, eh? Hometown.
Yeah, he lives nearby you. I know.
He's from Tilburg.
Yeah, he originally is. I think. Eh?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
from
living in
Tilburg.
Tilburg right now? I don't
I
know.
think he lives in Tilburg, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Oscar was from Waalwijk.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
And
He had this recording.
John was from the drummer was from Goorlen,
Yeah.
but it's all Tilburg, Goorlen, Waalwijk, this area.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. And I don't know. Arjan Lucas, was he also from Tilburg? I don't
I'm
think
not
so.
sure. I think he's from The Hague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah, me too. I'm also from The Hague originally.
Rich music city in the 60s and but
Yeah.
going down.
Q65.
That's my favorite actually. I like them even more than the Golden Earring.
Yeah.
I love Q65.
Yeah. There was this band from The Hague. They had one hit single in the beginning of the 70s. They are called Blue Planet.
I have single of them.
Yeah,
Blue Planet.
it's called I'm Going Man, I'm Going.
I have this single, I think.
And that's a great song. It still is after all these years. You have that single, you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah, I believe you.
I have it. Yeah, I have it. Is it the purple single?
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they never had another hit after that.
No, I have this single. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Grupo Sportivo, where they come from? Groningen?
Gruppo Sportivo are originally from The Hague too.
Oh, from The Hague too. Okay.
Yeah.
I have the
In 1984, I wrote a song for Gruppo Sportivo.
Okay, nice.
And they recorded it too. But
84?
Yeah, in 84. Yeah. But they rearranged it.
Oh.
It's no problem for me. I gave it to them. From if you like this song, you can use it. So I gave it away basically. But they actually used it. I was listening to a Countdown Café.
Yeah.
To the radio back in the day by Kees Baars and Alfred Lagarde.
Yeah.
And it was always kind of late in the evening, Friday nights. And I was listening, and there was this new album presentation of Gruppo Sportivo live on the radio. And I was listening to it. And I said to myself, that's not a new song. I already know it. And then I realized it was my song.
Oh, great. Oh, nice.
But they rearranged it.
Yeah, but you hear it.
It's still on the album. It's on the album Sombrero Times by Gruppo Sportivo, and it's from 1984, and it's recorded nearby where I live, Studio Spitsbergen in Zuidbroek, where I just recorded songs too. So it's a small world, this musician thing.
Can you also please give me a few highlights of your career?
Highlights of my career. Well, I very much liked the very first album I did with Vortex. I was very proud of it because There's good stuff on it, and it's the Hammer of the North album we talked about earlier.
I like that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
there's
was a
some.
good success. This album.
Yeah, it was, and
Yeah.
people still like it. And
But Hammer of the North is also a real headbanging song, like Hammer of the North. You know, like you
Yeah.
headbang it. Yeah, it's.
Yeah. The bass player at the time was my friend Peter Douwenga.
Yeah.
He is my friend from my youth too, and he is currently the bass player of Maestro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a small world.
What an incest world, huh?
Yeah, it is. But it sounds so nasty when you say it like that.
Yeah, but you know, I say what I think,
Yeah,
and it's the same here in Tilburg. Everybody plays in everybody's band. You know,
yeah,
that's like locally. You know.
that's the way it goes. But I very much like that album very much. There are some memorable gigs we did. I remember the Keep It True gig.
Ah,
I don't know
really?
right now.
Keep it
But
true.
we played
Yeah.
at Keep It True festival for many people. It's a large hall for people.
Yeah, I know. I was there. Great festival.
And of course, Agent Steel played before us. We played right after Agent Steel.
But not with Cyrus on the vocals.
I don't remember.
It was it was was it at the beginning of the 2000th century?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know the year right now, but it was there was a really great gig. And Agent Steel joined us on stage for a while when we played. It was fun too, of course. But I remember the stage is very big, and we loved when we had larger stages. I always played wireless.
Yeah.
Because if you have a large stage, you are limited to cables. They only have a reach of 6 meters or something like that.
Yeah.
And I like to run around from the right to the left, and it's not possible when you play with cables on a large stage. So I remember the freedom I had on stage was great. But we also did a Headbangers Open Air
also a cool festival
gigs. Yeah, there was just one recently. Headbangers Open Air Festival we did for many people. I very much liked that too. It was a great atmosphere. People really dug us. They really loved us. Sometimes I don't understand. Maybe I don't know why people like us, but the thing is, when we do a gig, I cannot see what's happening on stage. It's weird.
You know my friend. You know
never
my
saw
friend.
Vortex because I always was on stage with them. If you understand what I mean.
You know my friend Florian from Germany. He's a really great Vortex fan.
Think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. He's a big. He has this Hammerrock back patch. This guy.
Oh, cool.
You know him probably. But yeah, Germany, and Vortex is one piece in a pot, huh?
Yeah. The thing is, my German really sucks. I cannot speak German. I can understand it, but I cannot pronounce it. So every time we were in Germany, I started English, which I cannot do either. But but my English is less worse than my German. Let me put it this way. But sometimes people ask me, are you an American guitarist? Are you from America? And I said, no, I'm Dutch. I'm from the Netherlands, and I live in Groningen, not so far from here, basically. And but they asked me that so many times. Are you an American? Many times. And I got fed up with it at some point. And somebody asked me, are you an American? And I said, yes. And this German man asked me, where are you from? With this accent. Well, I told him, I'm from Disneyland. I told him.
Great.
Sometimes I just can't help myself.
But if you speak about with our accent, the Germans have even a stronger accent if they speak a native if they speak another language. So
yeah, I always say we Dutch people, we have a steenkool English.
Yeah, stedelijk accent. True. Who has not? Which country hasn't?
Yeah, of course. Do you have any questions for me
Yeah,
left?
some like some hobby questions. Like
Hobby questions.
now, top three AOR albums of all time. I know you're
Oh
a big.
man. Well, I'm not sure if it's AOR, but I really like the first albums by TNT, the Norwegian
Yeah,
band
yeah,
with
yeah.
the American
Everyone's
singer.
a star.
Everyone's a
Standing in the
star. Yeah,
spotlight. Like,
realized fantasy albums. I
great.
just love it. I
Yeah.
love it. There's another album. I loved, by the way, I love Tony Harnell's vocals. The
Mhm.
man is such a great singer. To me, he is. I also very much like the Canadian band Triumph.
Oh, Triumph.
Yeah,
Old stuff already. Great stuff.
yeah, but they released an album. It's called Surveillance. Surveillance.
Yeah.
I don't remember what year they released it, but it's a less old album. It's a little newer. Steve Morse is also on there as a guest guitarist, and it's such a great album. All the songs are great on it, and that's key for me. An album is great if all the songs are great. I have many CDs or LPs, and some songs are not that good.
Yeah.
And the albums I just mentioned, they are great to me from the beginning to the start.
Yeah.
From beginning to the end, of course. Third one, let me see. Well, I very much like the Paul Stanley solo album.
Yeah.
It's kind of melodic rock AOR like. It's from '78. I very much like that album. I also like the Ace Frehley album from the same solo album from that
Yeah.
time. But there are many more. I like Brigade by Heart. I think that's a
Yeah.
great.
Heart is great too. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Brigade. It's
Mhm.
Alone is not even on there. I like the song Alone too. Well, there are many more. I have
You have
many.
heard about the band Sheriff?
Yeah, I like them too.
That's
Yeah,
great, huh?
sure. Yeah,
Ah,
I always try to make music I would like to hear. If you
yeah.
understand what I mean,
True. Of
and it's
course.
pretty hard, I have to say. You have to have the right musicians on your side to do that.
Mhm.
For example, um, you asked 3 albums. You just said, huh?
And you know Prophet,
Prophet.
and Ted Poley,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah,
the singer of Danger Danger, which the
yeah,
first album is full of is only great songs, by the way.
yeah.
But this Ted Poley was drumming in Prophet. He's a great drummer as well.
Okay. That I didn't know that. But you mentioned Hardline before. I liked the album by Hardline with the Sweet Cherry
Yeah,
song on it.
Sweet Cherry. Yeah.
Yeah, and I that one too by Warrant, Cherry Pie.
Oh, but not
What
the
I
song
liked,
Cherry Pie is the less great song. I like the more like the other songs on it. Cherry Pie is the for me the less interesting song of the album, but the
it's a
album
bit
is great.
cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But the album I also very much like is Time to Burn by Giant.
Oh, Giant. Yeah, it's
Yeah, Time to Burn. It's the second album by Giant, and I also like their first album. But I think that Time to Burn, the second album, is absolutely stunning musically. It's such a great band, and they had a fitting name to me. They're called Giant, and it's a fitting name, I think. But they all stopped years ago already. They played also in Tilburg, where you live. I have a bootleg CD from it, from the gig.
probably Noorderlicht Club back in the
Yeah, I
day.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
from '91 or '92, something like
Yeah.
that. But stuff like that, I just love it. But I also listen to classical music. I
Yeah,
really love.
that's my next
Oh,
question.
okay, ask your question, please.
Top three traditional metal albums.
Traditional metal albums. Well, can I very much like the Pyromania album by Def Leppard.
Ah, the
I
second
don't know if you
album.
can count that as traditional heavy metal.
Is it the second album, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, third. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's this English band called Tyson Dog.
Oh, yeah. I wanted
Uh,
to try. I tried to book them in Little Devil last time, but
yeah,
great band.
I like their initial. I think it's an EP. There's a song on there. It's called The Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm.
I very much like that. And of course, some old school Judas Priest albums I like very much.
Which one?
Uh, how's the album called with the Hellion and Electric Eye?
Screaming for Vengeance.
Yeah, Screaming for Vengeance. I have it on CD. I love it. It's a great album. Old school hard rock and metal. I also like the early Kiss albums very much.
Yeah.
I'm, uh, I am not into bands like Slayer or
Not at all.
no, no, no. I never liked Slayer. Everybody does, but I don't.
Also not Exodus and stuff like this.
No, it's not so appealing to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just too heavy for me. I'm not into the extreme heavy. The heaviest bands where I listen to is King Diamond and Yngwie Malmsteen. Much
And,
it doesn't get,
and Sauron from Tilburg.
and Sauron yeah, Sauron. I heard they're pretty heavy too. Yeah,
They were very heavy.
yeah, yeah. But earlier albums, it's a difficult question for
And you
me.
can go to back to the very early days if you want, like the
Yeah,
Purple days.
yeah. Of course, I have the first two Black Sabbath albums. I like very much, but I
Yeah.
don't want to hear them every day.
Okay.
But now and then, if I hear them now and then, I like it very much. Sometimes I like Ozzy's voice, and sometimes I don't. He's a little nasal sometimes. Doesn't always appeal to my mood, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but I have so many albums and CDs, and I don't know which one to pick. But I also like the early Razor X stuff. Street Lethal example, an album by Razor X.
With Paul Gilbert.
Paul Gilbert. It's all before Mr. Big.
Yeah, before Mr. Big. Yeah.
Paul Gilbert was at very early age. I heard his playing. He's a guitar virtuoso. He was in a band Black Sheep, and I think he was only 19. And I heard this, and I started to find his music. So I ended up with Razor X shortly after, and it's amazing to me. But it's almost like a progressive metal.
Yeah.
I don't know if are you familiar with the Razor X music?
Of course, I got 2 albums of them.
Okay, yeah. I very much like Street Lethal. I think that's the one with the racing car on the cover.
That's a later album, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
have some albums of them, but that's my favorite. And I also very much like Earthshaker by Y&T, the Earthshaker album. It's amazing. I even when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I studied Y&T music and the Dave Meniketti guitar solos. I very much like what Dave Meniketti does with Y&T. He's the only member by Y&T, by the way.
He also played material of all his periods life. A lot of bands, they skip a lot of 80s stuff, mid 80s stuff, but he plays songs like Summertime Girls, but he also played more like more heavy songs from the early days, and it's great. He has a great set list, always long set list, and very lot of guitar work.
Yeah, he's a great singer too. He sings very melodic, and with a certain power, and a little grit in his voice. And I'd like to think that he plays the guitar like that too. Yeah. It's very melodic. It also has an edge to it.
Yeah,
I very much like what he does with Y&T, especially in the early 80s stuff.
Yeah,
that's albums like Earthshaker and Mean Streak and Rock and Roll is Gonna Save the World. Talking about cheesy. Those albums are great to me, but later albums too. There's an album 10. I think it's their 10th album, probably.
Yeah,
I like that too, but it's more AOR like. many more, but I like Y&T very much. Still do. Listen to them now and then.
Yeah.
I very much liked the original Y&T drummer, Leonard Hayes. He isn't around anymore, sadly, but he was an amazing drummer to me.
Yeah.
And he had this timing, which I never heard before. Afterwards, he had this unique timing in his drumming, and I still love to hear his drum. You can hear him in the early Y&T records. Amazing what he did on the drums. And that's what I'm missing with the new Y&T lineup.
Yeah.
It's a different band it's more like a Dave Meniketti solo band to me now. With all due respect, because they're still great.
Yeah.
But early albums, yeah, there's more. There's plenty more. I'm sure of it. Of course, I mentioned Triumph. Of course, I have all the albums by Triumph, and I almost like them all. I even have some solo records by Rick Emmett, which is the original guitarist and lead singer by Triumph. The drummer of Triumph, his name is Gil Moore, is also a very good lead singer. Did you know that?
No.
No, he does songs too. So, as a lead singer, he has a great voice. He still does. He still sings. I think that they had a reunion at the Sweden Rock Festival some years ago.
I saw this a few years ago. I saw Y&T in England.
Oh yes, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I was talking about Triumph already.
Oh, Triumph. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't know any other albums right now. But it springs to mind. I also liked the Seven Seas album by TNT.
Uh-huh.
I think it's their second album. I'm not sure. 1984. They released Knights of the New Thunder with the song Seven Seas on it.
I think it's the same song with Everyone's a Star on it.
No, that came later. Seven Seas,
Huh?
it's Knights of the New Thunder. That's what it's called. TNT.
The blue album.
Yeah, it's with the blue cover with the big X.
I have it too. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Tony Harnell sings amazingly high on that record. It's a glass breaking, as I would like to say. Any more questions for me?
Yes. How does your daily life look like? I see you have a wife. I saw her. Nice woman.
You saw her earlier.
3 kids. Which age? A 7-year-old?
Yeah, our oldest, our daughter is 7 years old. Her name is Lois, like Lois Lane from Superman.
Yeah.
We have a little boy. He's 4 years old. His name is Storm.
Yeah.
And we have a little baby boy. His name is Quinn. He's almost 1 year old.
Cool.
He's a little young fella. My daily routine? Well, during the daytime, my wife works in what's the word, in a shop, of course. She works in a shop, organic. She sells organic food. That's
okay, like a nature store.
Yeah, exactly.
Biological store.
No, that's Dutch. Biological.
Oh.
It's organic in English.
Okay.
She works in an organic store, so she sells food-related stuff, also bread, of course. And she is the assistant manager, so she has some responsibilities. And when she's at her work, I take care of our kids.
Okay.
At least I try. And so during the daytime, so I'm just basically a dad.
Huisvader.
Yeah, huisvader. That's the Dutch word.
Okay, yeah, cool.
During the daytime, so I do my music stuff when I have to study songs, learn them. I do this in the evenings. My rehearsals are in the evenings, and normally my gigs are in the weekends. So it was a choice of me and my wife to take care of my children when she was working, because we don't want to put them in some I don't.
Daycare.
Yeah, we don't want to put them in daycare.
No.
Besides, it's very expensive. But I don't think that's the way to raise your children.
No.
Get kids and take them to daycare. That's not the way. So we decided that I would take care of them when my wife is working.
Okay.
That's basically the deal we made. So and sometimes we in the evenings we make pinback buttons for people that order.
Yeah.
And it's kind of relaxing for me. I don't have to think when I'm doing that, so it empties my mind a little. We like to do that. It's just a big hobby, I think.
Yeah.
But we like to make pinback buttons, so we can talk while we're doing this.
Yeah.
We can talk amongst each other. Of course, sometimes friends visit me. Also during the daytime. Jurgen Tichelaar, lead singer, lives nearby me and sometimes drops by for a cup of coffee and a talk. He's already 71.
Yeah.
He's retired and he's very healthy and strong and full of life and enjoys his retirement as no other. Of course,
Seems you had a good job before. He seems
yeah,
always. He was like a doctor or something like
yeah.
this.
What's the word? Psychiatrist.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
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 Oh.
Yeah, he can see right through everybody. No, but he sometimes he visits me and well, of course, there's more happening, but that's basically it.
Cool. And is there?
My plan is when the kids are a little older, maybe I'll look for a job too, because
Okay.
I like to work. I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, I understand.
Or I'm going to do more in music. That's possible too.
Start a record store. Maybe in a few years, the times will change and there will be a new era breaking through, and maybe you can do something like this: a record store, a comic book store again. I don't know.
Now, well, I have to confess to you, I had this comic book store for 5 years, and at the end it started to feel like a prison cell.
Okay.
Because I always had to be there on certain amount of times a day, and it started to feel like a prison cell. And I don't think I'm ever going to open a shop again.
Okay.
I've been there, done that thing.
Okay. Cool. Let's do the last questions.
Yes.
Life after COVID-19, future plans.
Yeah, life after COVID-19 would be very nice. Indeed. Future plans pretty much pick up where we left before it started, of course, and start more gigging. Basically, that's my short answer to that. Because I'm a musician, I want to be out there and play in front of people. And right now, it's not possible. Not the way we were used to.
You did any Corona concerts?
No,
with
we didn't.
sitting shares and stuff like this.
No, we didn't, and we talked about it, of course, with my bands, and nobody wanted to do it because it has a different vibe to it.
Yeah.
I don't want to play in front of 30 people sitting on chairs. I don't want to do that. I want to rock.
I want to rock.
Yes, but you know what I mean. It's so static. I don't want to do that. And my band members are at the same. We don't want to go out there and play, and go to a city and play for 30 people. It seems so useless and not fitting.
Okay.
This life after COVID-19 for me is hopefully more gigging in front of people live. That would be great, and that's what I miss right now. I haven't been on stage in almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's getting too much.
Yeah. My friends from Set Iron and Burning, they had a gig on the Headbangers Open Air. I played there before twice.
Yeah, I wanted to go there, but it.
You told me. Yeah. I wanted to play there too, of course. But it wasn't happening. But maybe next year. but I was kind of jealous of them.
Did
Of
they
course.
enjoy it?
Yeah, they very much. Yeah, they very much did.
Yeah.
Bernard Rieve, the guitarist from Zet Iron, told me he really. I saw him last week. He was visiting Groningen, and he told me very nice people. They liked their band very much. They loved their music, and they were treated very well. And the weather was great, so they had a great time. Yeah, so we missed out, Marco.
And what was that band with Nima? Nima is one of your also great. I know him also from Groningen. He's also from Groningen. He also has
Yeah.
his heavy metal band together with Macho. What was it?
Yeah, it's called Steel Shock.
Steel Shock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also a guy like Nima's also a cool guy in my. I think.
Yes. Yeah. He's living in Germany nowadays because he has.
Really?
Yeah. He has a German girlfriend.
Ah, okay. I know him too. And he had this band with Macho, and they also played, right? Steel Shock.
A Steel Shock. Yeah, I'm not really sure how long it exists. It still exists, but
Yeah.
of course without Macho Brongers.
Yeah.
But they have a different guitar player right now.
Yeah.
And I think Macho did it 2 or 3 years, something like that.
But was his band too, with together with Nima, yeah?
Yeah, Nima
Yeah.
is the lead singer.
Lead singer.
Yeah, he still is. He still is.
Yeah.
They're still active, but yeah, I don't know. They don't gig too right now. They don't have gigs. I'm not sure what they are up to right now. Don't know.
Okay.
Really don't know.
You're also familiar with the band Leader from Groningen.
Yeah, sure.
Also a great band.
Sure. Yeah. There was this guitarist. His name is Richard de Jonge.
Yeah.
He was around about 10 years older than I am.
Yeah.
And he's been my guitar teacher for 2 years.
Ah.
And he taught me jazz. He was a conservatorium guitarist.
Underrated band, Leader.
Zeker. Yes.
Yeah.
Oscar Carré, the other guitarist from Leader, is a sound engineer nowadays.
Oh.
And I think he wants to start a band again. I heard something about it. And yeah, they had many band members.
Yeah.
They switched band members too, Leader. Echt, pretty much a lot. I remember they had a lead singer, Richard Koning.
Yeah.
Also from Groningen. He lives in Germany too right now. And Richard Koning's little brother used to play Maestro guitar.
Oh, okay.
He's a great guitarist. His name is Wietse Koning.
A Frisian name, Wietse.
Yeah, Wietse. Yeah, yes, it certainly is.
Yeah.
Let me see. There's this other guy. His name is Quince Jones.
Yeah.
He still lives in Groningen. He's an Englishman, originally an Englishman. He lives in Groningen for I think 40 years already. And he used to sing with Leader, and he does reggae nowadays.
Oh,
Something completely different. He has and I think he also has a rock band since some time ago.
Okay.
Not sure. But yeah, some of the band members already died too.
I get a crash, like a firecracker in my. I didn't know. It was like a crack in my ear.
Oh, maybe your cable.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but yeah, sure. I know Leader. Yeah, yeah. They've
Cool.
been around for some time.
They are still not exist anymore, huh?
No.
No.
They stopped years and years ago.
Yeah, decades ago.
No, almost, yes. There was this other hard rock heavy metal band called Steel Against Steel.
I have the albums too.
Yeah.
I have the albums and the demo tape. I have too. It's on my channel, by the way, on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
There weren't that much heavy metal and hard rock bands in Groningen.
Okay.
Not really. At least not that I know of. Let me put it this way.
And Macho was also in Wild Rose.
Yeah, he used to play Wild Rose, and they toured in the Soviet Unie.
Russia, yeah.
René Mutten was their lead singer at first, I think, and he was the former partner of Betty Bracht.
Betty Bracht,
Yeah.
the woman from TV.
Yes.
Okay.
And
from
the
the band, she had also a band, called Frizzle Sizzle, eh?
Yes. Yeah. Later on, for the second Wild Rose CD, Jurjen Tichelaar joined as the lead singer. The CDs are rare nowadays.
I have them.
Yeah, me too. But they're rare because we have them. No, they are rare.
Okay.
There weren't made so many of them. I think 300 each, something like that.
Okay.
And there's also, I don't know, the second Wild Rose CD. There's also a version of Open the Gate on there by Vortex.
Oh. Okay.
I think it's called Open the Gate Again or something like that.
Open the gate again.
No, something like that, or Open the Gate finally, something of the sort.
I'll check.
Yeah, check it out. It's fun.
Hey, any last words?
Yeah, what I'd like to tell people, which right before Macho died, a couple of months before that, there was this Vortex documentary made. It's called Open the Gate. It's about the song, Vortex song, Open the Gate. And you can not look it up on YouTube, sadly. That's why I'm telling you this. But it's on Vimeo. You can find it on Vimeo. If you look on Vimeo and you search for a Vortex Open the Gate, you can find a very nice Vortex documentary featuring Martjo Brongers and Jurjen Tichelaar.
Okay.
I'm telling this.
Check it out.
Yeah, not many people know this. That's why I'm saying it. And I would also like to thank you, Marco, for having me today with my crappy English and all.
Yeah, I have a last question before if we break the line. I have another question I need to know, and it's something I want to add in the video, but I need to ask you after I quit the video. So I want to thank you here for your time and your inside information about the Groningen scene, and about everything you told us about Vortex, Maestro.
My pleasure.
Eloa, your children, your music, your comic, your buttons, the scene in Groningen in the north, everything you told us. Thank you very much, and rest in peace, Macho. May you rest in peace, and let him rock in heaven. I hope you do, and we will miss him. And I want to thank you again. Rock on.
My pleasure. Thank you too for having me.
For the passion of the fashion, like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Orion.
Thank you too, man.
Take
care.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.